Hey everyone, this is my Stream of Consciousness series. In this video, it is why I hate cars. Very unusual topic to talk about, I think. Or is it? If you'd like to know what I'm doing, please go back to the very first video to explain this entire series. I have no idea how far in I am. I have been recording for over an hour straight without a break, and there will be no editing whatsoever in this series. And I will start the timeline now. Okay. So let's talk about why I hate cars. Now, I don't hate cars as like a means to an end. I think this is the best way to explain it. Cars and watches would be very similar for me as a man in our culture. So here's the story. My wife knows that I have a problem with anything that we do as men that will try to personify to the rest of the world where our status symbol is, how much we've achieved, so we can let everyone else know. To me, that's about shallow as ice in April. It just seems like that does not make you a man. It's the absolute opposite. That's like what a boy does when, it's like when I was a kid, I got more GI Joes at Christmas than you did, so therefore I'm more successful. But so we're on this cruise with the girls, and we're about to hit this particular port, and it was amazing. It was such a blessing to be able to go on a Disney cruise with the girls, and we hit this port, and the commercials start coming on because of terrible weather, and we're going in to go shopping, and so all the commercials start airing in the staterooms. So all of a sudden it's like, a watch defines you as a man, and it's this guy wearing this watch that's like larger than his head, and this is what, let everyone else know how much you, and I was by wearing this particular watch, and I was just like, I'm like, oh my god, I will never wear one of those. And the girls all acted like kind of weird and sheepish, and they looked off to me, and then a few days later, because my birthday happened while I was on the cruise, they're like, here's your birthday present, Daddy. We know you hate it. It was this amazing watch. And it was different to me because my girls bought it for me. It was like, I have this, I should be wearing it. It was because it's a really cool looking watch, don't get me wrong. But because I had this very strong judgment, and don't get me wrong, this is being judgmental. So we're clear. Just don't, but maybe there's some truth in it, maybe there's not, as a potential crazy person. So now let's go to the car thing. So I've had such a difficult time with cars because when I hear guys reach the stage in life where they have like, and now I can now show that I've made it by buying this particular brand of car, anything that is defining us as men, like some fucking thing that's going to turn to dust and decay, it drives me out of my mind. But because I had such strong opinions on it, it's made it very difficult for me to drive anything, because how do I drive anything without now me looking like, an asshole? Because I love old muscle cars. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But then I'm like, well, I can't get it in red because it'll look like I'm trying to draw attention. So this is an ego battle for me. I don't really know what the answer is, because if I'm driving a car and it's not really a status symbol for me, but I'm still worried about people thinking it is. Well, then it's no different than the whole Christian thing. And like I am a Christian, but I don't want anyone to think I'm one of those Christians. So I'm aware that there's, this. I'm aware of the irony, if that actually is the true definition of irony. Comments below. I just can't stand. For myself, I just can never define myself through the shit that I collect around me. It doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, when I'm in a previous video, I talked about, what we want written on our epitaph, and it certainly isn't, the status symbol of how successful we were. Is that really how insecure we are that we need it? But then I'm going, well, I bought a Jeep because Jeeps are fun. And then I'm driving around in a Jeep and going, well, am I that guy now? And if I buy that muscle car that I really want, and it happens to come in red, and I'm like, I like red, it's a cool color, and I want to drive around in it. Can I drive around in it knowing that this isn't defining me as a man? But then my ego has to be checked out too, because I can't be looking around going, oh God, I'm one of those guys. So I haven't figured this out yet. I think there's a point that I'm making in here, and also I'm being a judgmental asshole. So, you can let me know which one you think it is. I hope it's a point. I think I think anything that is a band-aid for an identity crisis is just that. It's a band-aid. Which we're also going to talk about later in addictions. So, yeah, I think I'm done. Maybe I'm an asshole, man. Who knows? Okay. Our next topic in the next video coming up will be. You saw this is random, man. Addictions are band-aids, which works out well. So to follow up the video about cars and band-aids for identity crisis, let's talk about that in the next video. So please tune in.